So today we are going to learn about social values and attitudes in extension point of view. Let's see what is social values. Now social values are the ideas which help an individual to discriminate whether a particular object or a behavior or thought is good or bad or desirable or undesirable. Social values are ideas that help one person discriminate and understand whether an idea, an object, or a behavior is good or bad or desirable or undesirable. That is what is the definition of value. Then there are different types of values in society we can see, and different scientists have categorized values into different categories. First one is values are classified based on different ways. One of them is classified by Freckle in 1976 into following values. The first one was moral value, deciding a particular alternative as better than other because it is just or human nature. So, what is moral value? It is help us in understanding whether a particular alternative or option is better than other based on its justice and more human nature. Okay, then real value. This is help us in deciding value based on real worth of items in terms of legal or aesthetics. Then the third one is market value, based on how much a thing can help you get paid or value in terms of price is called market value. Personal value is based on how much one person likes or preferences one thing over the other, which are of similar nature, right? Then the third one is instrumental value, which is based on some standards that help us achieve or acquire other values. Instrumental value means exchange value, which helps us determine the standard so to achieve or acquire other values or other items on that place. These are different kinds of values that were explained by Freckle. Then, according to Sprenger, classified different categories of value. Which one is theoretical value? Expressed in the urge of discovery of truth. How much urge you have for the discovery of truth is defined as theoretical value. Then economical value, based on certain criterion of usefulness. How much a thing is useful, object behavior is useful. We can determine that based on economic value. Then aesthetic value, based on around form and harmony. What kind of form this thing has or this person has or what kind of harmony this can generate determines aesthetic value of that. Then social value, referring to interest of people on others. What kind of interest does people have of others is called social value. Then political value, central around power, right? So whoever will lead the whole party or whoever will lead the whole group of people will be the center of the group and will have political value, which is central. He or she or they will decide whatever can be done about the group or decision making in the group. Then religious value, meaning thereby mystic sense of utility, which means that in relation to God, this is religious value. Let's see what are major prevailing values in Indian state right now. The first one is importance of described status. Status of individual in group is decided by group which he belongs to. Consider if there is a group of 6 people and we have to determine what is the status of one individual among them. How we can do that is the status of group will be attached or considered as the individual value. This is how we will attach the importance of the person or status of the person. This is an established order of hierarchy of caste in Indian society. For example, if a person belongs to particular caste, the status of that caste gives the status of that individual person. Then recognition of inequality. We can still see there is caste basis inequality which perpetuates in India. Then patrilineal tendency. Eldest member of the family has the supreme powers and can automatically tend to act automatically. For example, if the head of family eldest male member dies, then who becomes the supreme power next? The other eldest member that is available. Exactly. The automatically power goes into that person's hand. Then status of human. Even today we can see that women are considered inferior to men. Then charity. We can see that a lot of charity, a lot of money is being donated which is related to things that are religious significance, right? But this cannot be seen in public work department, right? So the money is going for religious significance but not where it is needed. See, there are lakhs, crores of people who sleep empty stomach, right? So the people are giving money for religious things but not for these things where it is needed, right? So then, tendency of non-violence. Killing of animals except for the purpose of food is considered as immoral. If we see that killing an animal is okay if we are eating it, but other than that it is brings conflict, it is immoral. Then respect to old age and elders. We are supposed to give respect to elders and give recognition to elders, value them, treat them with respect. Do not question whatever they are trying to do, what they are trying to say, their ideas. We are not able to question them. Then religious attitude. People in rural areas are mostly religious in nature. So this is the major values that are prevailing in India right now. It is changing but still it is there, right? So what are the desired values that we need to see? The first one is equality status to all, equal status to all, considering all castes are equal, all people are equal, all religion are equal, men women are equal. This kind of values we have to put into our status or in our society. Then modification in norms, like education of intercaste marriages. See, if you see biologically, intercaste marriages are so safe and so forward in nature that the children of this caste marriages will be intercaste marriages will be so biologically strong and immune to upcoming future problems of climate change. We are not understanding this. They will be more resistant to diseases as well. In caste marriages you can see in caste marriages you can see that uh, a lot of people have congenital diseases, so we can avoid that. In intercaste marriages we can improve the gene pool also as well in intercaste marriages, right? So we have to understand the importance of intercaste marriages and modify them. Then charitable dispositions, right? So we have to take this religion's charity into the people where it is needed. The needed and welfare institutions we have to put there as well. Then attitude to non-violence, we should be non-violent in nature, right? We have to be more mature, more humble, more understanding in nature. Non-violence is to be rationalized. Animal spoiling food crops should be prohibited. See, what this is meaning to say is that in agriculture there are certain animals who cause damage to the crop, because of which people what they do, they put electrical fences which cause these animals to die. What we can do is we can put fences that give a certain amount of shock to the animal but does not kill it. So this kind of non-violence is to be rationalized so that animals are living and also they are not causing spoilage to the food crops. Then respect for elders and old is okay, we have to do that, but we have to also consider the opinions and the ideas of new generation, the younger generation. Otherwise what will happen, the problems are elders and the problems of youngers are different. And if we are focusing and the decision makers are people who are elder, it will be difficult to address the problems of younger, and this will cause them to create trouble for elder generation. So we have to consider for younger generation as well. Then religion and technology, we have to understand that religion and technology, we can put faith in religion, we need that, but with all that we have to also put the faith and science in science and technology. Otherwise we cannot grow together. So we need religion as well as science of technology, because religions give us sense of uh, satisfaction, and technology gives improves our standard of living. So together we have to move. Now let's see what is attitude. Attitude is how we believe or behave towards something or someone. How we feel, how we believe, and how we behave towards something or someone is called as our attitude towards something. Now, what are types of attitudes? We can see positive attitude. If we feel positive and optimistic we have about certain thing or someone, it is called as positive attitude, right? Then negative attitude, if we look at person or things pessimistically or with dislike, then it is called negative attitude. Neutral attitude, nor optimistic nor pessimistic, somewhere in middle, it is called as neutral attitude. For example, when a person neither supports or nor opposes something, stays indifferent, is called as neutral attitude. For example, not reacting strongly to any situation. Then cognitive attitude, based on belief, knowledge, thoughts about something. What we have learned about something based on education or learning platforms, whatever we have gained through that, and we are using it. This is called as cognitive attitude, what we are learning. Affective attitude is based on emotions and feeling. We can attach this affective attitude towards EQ, which is emotional intelligence. So it is based on emotions and feeling. Then behavioral attitude, based on our actions or tendency to act in a certain way. This is called as our behavioral attitude. Now, what are the factors that influence the development of attitude? Maturation. How much you have matured with experience, with learning from reflection over the years is your maturation. This affects your development of attitude. Then physical factors like heredity, then genes that you have got from your parents develops your attitude. If your parent was more negative, you will become more negative. If your parent was more positive, you will become more positive. And opposite can also happen based on interaction between the genes. Then home influences how your parents treated you, you treat the world. Then your social environment, kinds of friends, schooling, colleges that you have went, affects your attitude toward things. Then the government, if you are from dictatorship or a monarchy or democracy or republic or federalism, different kind of governments forms different kinds of attitude in people. With that, what kind of movies and pictures you see affects your attitude, right? Then the teacher that you had, the curriculum, the syllabus, the teaching method you had affects your attitude towards factors, towards thing. Then what is the role of social values and attitude in agriculture extension? First value is, it plays values and attitude play a crucial role in shaping the behavior and decision making of farmers and rural community. What it does is it defines the decision making of farmer and rural community, because the decision making is based on social values and attitudes of the person that we are working with in agriculture extension. First one is that guiding farmers behavior. We have to understand what are the values and attitude of a person, how he accepts or rejects new practices. This will help us in understanding how we can implement a project in these areas. Then facilitating technology addiction. People with more positive attitude will be more and quick in acceptance of modern technologies. So we have to understand that. Then strengthening communication, understanding local values and attitude will help extension agent to communicate with culturally acceptable way. Whatever is accepted to the farmer or the people or local people, we will understand that through local values and attitudes, and we can help in improving farmer participation in that. Then we can also promote social cohesion, which means that we can encourage social groups, social action, group action, farmer clubs, cooperative societies, so that we can make more people, we can collectively inform many people at simultaneously, right? Then influencing decision making, values such as respect for elders, community approval, farmer tradition affect farmer decision. If the elder people in the family is not approving the technology, then what we can do is that we have to take these elder people and provide them knowledge, right? Even if the younger generation is doing the field job, but the person will be making the decision of that farming and everything. Then with that, encouraging sustainable practices, like positive attitudes toward environmental conservation, eco-friendly and climate-resilient farming will be helpful in encouraging sustainable practices with that build trust and acceptance within the community value. Right? If we are trusting and we are accepting the values that they have, is this will build trust in extension technologies and people will accept it more thoroughly. So today we have understood about the values and attitude in agriculture extension. I hope it was helpful for you. If you need anything else, you can comment below and let me know what we can do further to improve our content and what you need and things we can do about that, right? So it was great talking to you today. It was great discussing with you. Thank you for your time and let's see what we can do in further studies, right? Thank you very much. मिलते हैं.